What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we have a regionals question and answer for week 1. As you see, I'm joined by 4 different people here. If you want to introduce yourself, you can. That'd be great.
Hi, I'm Brad Curcio. I'm not very good at Pokemon anymore.
Okay.
I'm that.
It's below you, actually.
No, it's above you.
Yeah,
You
he's
Okay.
above, yeah.
I did well at a couple tournaments, and I play Pokemon sometimes.
Okay.
Max.
Yeah, go ahead, Max.
Oh, okay. I'm Max Armitage. I've been playing Pokemon since like 2008. Or just now a master. Go for it, Israel.
And my name is Isra Sosa, and I've been playing since 2009.
All right.
And I'm half decent.
Half decent. There you go. You gotta to win 3 regionals. You had to be half decent, guys. Just
Yeah.
That's decent.
That's actually my first tournament wins, too. I never won a city
Wow.
or a league challenge. Regionals was my first win.
Okay.
All right. So the very first question is from Gabby, and it says, "How good do you think Archeops NVI will be?" I don't know if anybody's actually.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to be very good. It has one of the worst attacks I've seen that people are playing.
All right. So the ability to shut off evolution from your hand. What that?
I think it's really bad. Like
I think
I'm
it's
passionate
good,
about
but it's
it.
overrated because of how easy it is to play around.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I
like-
feel... Oh, go ahead.
It's natural to just like throw in some Evo sodas and you're good. So you might as well not play it at all and just like play more like Night March fast stuff or like more Dark Patch speedy stuff.
Dark
Or just
Patch.
more counters to stuff. It doesn't matter. Like they're gonna play around it and be prepared for it anyways.
Right.
So I don't think Archeops. It's a strong ability, but then again, everybody's going to be prepared for it because it is such a strong ability.
And it literally does nothing to a lot of decks. So
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I think it's just really safe to play. I don't think it's good or bad. I just think it's just if you really expect many evolutions, then put it in. If you don't, then don't even bother.
yeah, like with Night March, it's probably not as good because you don't really care if they evolve. You just kill
Yeah.
it anyways. And Yveltal, there's things you want to stop from evolving, but Night
Yeah, you
March
can-
isn't really.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it must be in these decks or like I don't think
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
it's nice to have.
I think if you're gonna run it, you have to put so many more items in your deck, and if Toad Giratina is big like I think it's gonna be, you're just
Right.
gonna get smashed by it if you're playing tall. And then on
But
top
then you
of that,
also just destroy Dawn fans.
yeah, but like Dawn Fan sucks, and if you're playing Yveltal, you beat it anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't see any reason to use it.
So it's like okay, but not the greatest. Basically.
Greatest, right? Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
overhyped, but it's still alright.
It's good. It's good if you're really weak to Megos, I guess.
If you're running out of toilet paper,
Yeah, that too.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay. Top decks to watch out for.
Toad Giratina.
Toad
is the-
Giratina, Night
all the
March.
hype right now.
March.
There's way too many top decks to watch out for, I think.
Like,
Vespa Queen, Toad Giratina, Night March, Yveltal, Manectric
Arceus.
variants, other Toad variants,
Oh jeez.
Archestois.
Blastoise.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Darkrai stuff.
A little bit of Excelgor.
Excelgor.
Yeah, Excelgor. Like,
Well, we got like
Durant.
18 sets. You have to watch
Yeah.
out for it, like something like that.
Sets.
it's like huge card pool.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be almost impossible, but so many great decks. So you talked about Archeops being overhyped. What else is being overhyped?
Max.
It's true.
What'd you say?
Max.
Oh.
Fair enough.
I see March.
I think Excelgor is kind of overhyped. It's still really good, but it's still kind of got the same problems. It just struggles after it takes like 4 prizes.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I don't think anything's really that overhyped. I think any deck that's good is actually just good, and there's just too many of them.
I'm
Yeah.
like the exact opposite of that. Like, there's so many decks that I think people are hyping that are just really bad. But I don't know. That's just me.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
I was just saying now I don't feel like there's anything really more overhyped just besides Archeops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna say Max?
Oh, I was gonna say, I guess like Spooky Sect,
Oh
It
yeah,
kinda
for
just-
sure.
it loses to a couple of the top decks like pretty bad. I wouldn't feel good about playing it in the tournament personally. And then like I would agree with Brad, Excelgor, just like it loses to like AZs, Pokemon Center ladies, so much like new stuff and all the old stuff as well, like Archeopses that random people will run. It's just like, do you really want to play that? And then you can't even fit in Dusknoir anymore, so it's
Yeah.
like you don't get the full lock like you used to.
License.
Good, but it won't be as consistent.
Yeah.
Honestly, just like Lysander beats it. It
Yeah.
like tons of things beat it.
All right. So I guess the next question is best rogue deck, if there is any. Like it's kind of hard to make a rogue deck without you like telling away your secrets.
Right.
Best rogue deck. There's 18 sets out, so
yeah,
you're not
true.
you're gonna be missing something.
Stoutland, Stoutland Vileplume. It's honestly really good.
Stoutland,
Is that
Vileplume,
real?
like
It's good.
shenanigans.
Was that
Yeah.
did that guy actually win a
No,
tournament
but
with
then
that? Oh, he
But
was
you
just.
actually play it, but then it actually sounds really good, so I want to play
Yeah.
it. But
I think that's. I saw that post and I was like, that's insane. How do you fit all of those like in one deck? I can't even fit
you just
like.
don't play
two of them.
supporters and just hope you draw what you need.
Yeah.
Tropical
They
Beach,
don't
man.
play supporters. They
If
don't
your
play
opponent,
supporters.
if your opponent plays down an in, you're like, thank God, and then you just dominate them.
They can't.
But they
Stoutland.
can't play in.
Well, I mean, you're not going to get a Stoutland until like turn 7 at the earliest. So
Winona.
you've got a few times for them to in you.
Yeah, I don't think that Stoutland deck is great at all.
Rogue decks. Oh, there's like Ho-Oh, Gorbius, but that's not like good, honestly.
And there goes
It's like
Brad.
solid, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Dylan Dreyer's like energy denial Sableye Garbodor deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that thing has potential. I think that thing could actually be really good. But like I was testing that list and I played it in LC and I went 2 and 3 with it. But like I think once it's refined and like changed, I think that thing could actually be really strong.
We should ask Brad how he's been doing in his LCs with Sableye decks.
I've been to 1, and I finished all my games.
God forbid he
Nice.
finished all his games. That was such. His opponents could have stalled him out literally every game.
Yeah.
I was.
I basically went undefeated. I lost to one random person, but then I beat everything metal. I beat some weird clink bullshit. I don't know. It was just a bunch of weird decks, but I actually finished every game.
So
Well-
maybe Sableye is a good rogue deck, maybe?
It can be.
Wait,
I don't know. If you ever
It's like-
lose game 1, you lose the set. You don't tie, you lose
Yeah.
the set. So
Something to think about.
You played it in LC though too?
yeah,
Oh wow. Wait, so what was your record at the end?
4-1.
That's kind of impressive. That's cool. No, like you have to if you're gonna play a best of 3, you have to know when to scoop super fast with that deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean like in theory it has really good matchups against a lot of the big decks. Like Archie Stories, you have Garbodor, and you can
It,
just
it
shut
just
'em.
loses so badly to time, and it's like you also lose the prizes because you have a
Yeah.
bunch of like 1-ofs and stuff that if they're prized, you're fucked. Like
Right.
you don't take a prize. So
True.
I tried to knock out a Lugia, but it was going to take me 18 turns. So
Wait, does that deck play lasers? I didn't really look at the
No.
list.
No,
Usually
it doesn't
not.
play lasers anymore.
It's just complete
Okay.
disruption.
Don't worry, if you missed out on last Thursday, I posted the exact deck list as Dylan Dryer let me post it.
I'll probably look at that later.
There you go.
Thanks, Dylan.
Alright, so next question is, which do you think impacts the regionals metagame more?
what do you mean?
What,
Wait, what?
it says, okay, so the question is, which do you think impacts the regionals metagame more? What decks are the best, or which decks are the most popular? Like, okay, so he's asking which one affects regionals more. Better decks, the most popular decks.
I don't.
Popular.
Yeah, popular. It doesn't matter if it's
Okay.
good. It all matters if it's played a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think better becomes popular.
I mean, usually they're interchangeable, but
Yeah, it's kind of both.
Okay.
well, actually, that's not entirely true because
Well,
I
like-
also live in Houston and nobody plays good decks, but there's a lot of bad decks being played. Like I'm not even kidding.
Wait,
I played. I don't even. Okay, what did I play against at the League Cup? Like round one, I played against Kling Klang, which is bad. I played
no.
against
Kling Klang Bronzong Lugia.
yeah, Kling Klang Bronze on
He was Bronzonging to his bench and then shift gearing it up to the active.
And then I played against
Fuck.
I played like Yveltal Toad that didn't play lasers, and then I played Max who just destroyed
Yeah.
me. I played Mega Manetric, but it was weird. He didn't.
Stop.
He just drew bad, but I don't even remember what else I played against. There's just like there's so much random junk, but none of it's
But,
that
like,
good.
Also, you could see at Worlds, like, the good decks that weren't popular was, like, Archie, Stoice, and Donphan, and those both did, like, legitimately, they just fucked up the tournament.
Right.
And neither of those were popular before the tournament. So good decks.
Yeah,
Those were in the works, though, like, throughout the
and they're
world.
also good because of the popular decks. Like Donphan doesn't just beat everything, but it happened to beat what was popular. Same with Blastoise.
Same with Hippowdon.
Same with Hippowdon. I played against Hippowdon round 1 of day 2, and then round 2 of day 2. I was like, what the hell?
You beat them both, right?
I beat one and tied one.
What'd you play?
They're not as good.
Landy Bats.
Yeah, they should have curb stomped you, but whatever. All right.
Yeah.
I had a Leafeon in my deck.
I don't care.
Honestly, I
do
wasn't
not
that
care.
crazy. I hadn't had that Leafeon.
A whole Leafeon.
All right.
Is it 2-2 or 1-1?
2-2.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you probably would beat him, but whatever. Who cares? All right. So the next question is: do you see yourself playing Pokemon in the near future, or are there any other hobbies you would like to do other than Pokemon?
Me and Brad are gonna go pro at Hearthstone.
Eventually. We've been
Yeah.
trying to go
No,
pro at
no.
Smash, but Max sucks.
No, Brad sucks at. We both want to get good at Smash, but neither of us play the same games. You know? It's not conducive to.
I've been playing a lot of
it-
Hearthstone. I used to play a lot. I quit for a while. I don't think I'll ever quit Pokemon, but
Pokemon.
especially if it's this easy to get an invite right now, it's too convenient not to play.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know Israel quit the other day. I saw that post.
I always get fucking hacked, dude. I swear.
Yeah, so.
Always, never lucky, always hacked.
Yeah.
But I want to play Hearthstone more because it's fun and it's more convenient because Hearthstone is better than PTCGO. So
I don't know. I'm pretty close of being done. Probably see myself in like another 2 years playing.
Oh, so it's good. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, it was also because like I started this with my brother, and he's losing interest, and now he's kind of have like that nothing to go with anymore.
that's
So-
how it was like a year or two ago too. I was just like, I don't really feel like playing. I judged a few regionals, still hung out with people, but now I've been playing more. So it kind of just like if you play a
Yeah.
lot really competitively, you will just get burned out.
Yeah.
and then
But-
Brad found a son.
Yeah, and then I found my son, and then started playing again. But because I played a lot in Florida with like Jose, Harrison, all them, and then I moved out to Texas, and I was like, wow, there's nobody here, except like Adam, and then he quit, and then I didn't really play for a while. I still never really go to a whole lot of tournaments or leagues or anything like that. I just show up to like cities and regionals and hopefully try and win them.
Yeah, I could see myself doing that, like showing up
Yeah.
once in a while. But it's
What
getting
about
close.
again?
I'm probably gonna keep playing for a while. I mean, that was my first competitive year, and I feel like I did really well. So I'm kind of like hyped on this game.
Were you still like first in ELO throughout the whole year, or was it just like mostly
No.
towards you?
I was during cities.
I was first, and then I went to Georgia regionals, and I live in California, so I like flew out there just for it, so I could get my top 16 for Nats. And then I forgot all my expanded cards at home, and
Oh,
then
God.
I just played like Darkrai, or Yveltal Archeops, and then I got like smashed all day. And then because of that, I played against Ryan Sebelaus, and he beat me, so he like booted me down.
He's
And
not
then
even
my
that good though.
But his deck was dumb to play against.
Ryan is so dumb. He will literally play a starter deck and beat everybody.
Dude,
and that was crazy.
he played
It's so-
Magnezone and Polion. What?
No, I know, and I was playing
But you don't need
Archeops.
expanded cards. When I was in Houston regionals, I played Virgin day one, and I was like, "What should I change for expanded?" And then I just wrote out the same 60 card list and played it.
And how'd you do? How'd that reflect in your performance, Brad?
I got dicked by Pyro the last round. Otherwise, I'd have made top 8.
Yeah.
Skyfire was amazing though.
Yeah, Skyrim was great. I wish I played it.
He really didn't.
He was, yeah, I don't even know how Ryan beat me. Like, I was playing, no, I do. He was playing Wobbuffet, and he was playing Wally, and I think he had Evo Soda. And, like, I got Turbo on Archeops the second game, and he still beat me that game. And he beat me the first game. I don't know. It was ridiculous. I had a horrible day 2 of that tournament.
Yeah, I had a horrible expanded life about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout this whole season, expanded is just like nobody tests for it, so it's such a crapshoot.
Yeah, like
Unless
even in
you're like,
Missouri, I played Landy Bats day 1, and then day 2 I was like, level ball sounds pretty cool, so I put like one of those in, and that was it.
I tested expanded so much. That was like my thing because nobody else was testing expanded, so I was like, all right, I'll just test expanded. And
Yeah,
then
but
it worked.
I knew if I did that, then I just wouldn't make day 2, and I would like kill myself. I was like,
Or
well,
to
I'm
me,
so ready for day 2, but then, oops.
Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't really have to worry
I'm
about
glad they
it.
changed it to a good format this year.
Yeah, so now it's day 1 expanded, day
Day
2
one.
standard.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Shit.
oh my
So they're not going to tell us till the day of.
Yeah.
Day 1's expanded, we have 18 sets. Day 2's expanded. We got like 36 now.
Yeah, actually, it's unlimited day 2.
Yeah.
Alright. So I guess the next question is, how good is Mega Tyranitar?
Stop.
Hey,
So good, I can honest to God say I don't know what the attack is.
there you go. It's
That's a
110
That's how
and
rogue
60
it
plus
is.
each damage counter on the Pokemon.
On itself or your Pokemon?
On that Pokemon. So if you put like a Crobat drop, you can do an extra 120 to it.
Or Fortress.
Dang.
Or Fortress, that's
Crobat-
right. That's right.
What about an extra 180?
How many energy does it need?
5.
Four.
4?
Five?
Oh, 4?
Five?
It's a
Oh,
deep-
Headringer is 5.
It's 2 darks and no, it's like 3 darks and a colorless, I think.
But it's gonna have Spirit Link, Finnegan.
Oh my God.
Wait, can it have 2? Isn't that the one with like it
yeah,
has
the
2
Mega
tools?
could have 2 tools, so you can Headringer it if you don't put 2 tools down onto it.
So wait, that you're gonna have 2 tools. So it can have its Spirit Link and still be Headringer.
Yes.
That is so
Or it
good.
can have 2 Headringers.
That is so broken.
6 energy, fucking
Oh
Mega
my
Tyranitar.
That's helpful.
I guess
Dark
the
patch to it. People forget.
I mean, I guess it's good in tool drop if you don't own the Sigilyph. Otherwise,
Or the Entei, or the cheaper Entei.
Yeah.
I mean, you might want to bling out your deck even more.
I guess for those rarity.
And then it gives you more tools to play. You can play Spirit Links.
True.
Alright. I guess the general answer is they don't know what it does. But it's okay in standard. It gets pooped on by Vespiquen, and Giratina destroys it, so it's
Oh.
not that great in standard. So there you go.
Standard's a whole nother thing, though. Like,
I mean-
it'll probably just lose to, like, random Regices or something.
I mean, still in expanded, it's the same thing. It's gonna get lose. You're gonna lose.
It's
to
going to lose to
Giratina.
even more random.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a good deck. There you go. So next question is favorite sleeves.
Ed Sheeran's.
I like these ones. They're nice.
There.
Ed Sheeran has one of the coolest sleeves I've seen.
I like Brad's sleeve.
My sleeve. My
Even though
little
it's not
Rapunzel.
full. It's just
My
like
one
it's-
Rapunzel.
Yeah. But I
Oh.
like blue Dragon Shields. They give me good juju. But I think I'm just gonna switch to Ultra Bros because they're
Yeah.
cost efficient.
Yeah, Ultra Pro.
I almost only use Ultra Pros when I play.
Ultra Pros are for Ultra Pros.
Damn.
Light Chromat, Ultra Pros, all day.
I only use pink dragon shields. I got like 30 cases sitting around my house.
Yeah.
So.
Those are really good too, though.
I gotta use
I
that
would
for
never ever use those. Those are for losers.
I don't actually like pink Dragon Shields because like you can tell in like one box you'll have like 2 different cuts of the sleeve. So it'll like
Yeah.
that's
why you buy
another
like 30 of them.
Dragon Shields.
I mean, that's what I do with Ultra Pros. If I use Ultra Pros, I bring like 3 of those things. I go through like about 150 in one week.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
That's a secret, guys.
That's also because you're playing literally till the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I know some very
Most of
real
us.
cards.
Most of us are done shuffling after the 3rd round.
Okay. The next question is: now that there have been a few small events in the expanded format, how do you feel about being the expanded format for regionals?
As long as it's
I-
one format, I don't mind.
It's okay.
I don't think it's that bad. I thought people were complaining about it way too much when it first happened, but I think it's actually not that bad of a format.
I'm actually pretty happy. I get my dark patches. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Say no more.
It's kind of where I am too, actually. I like my dark patches. But I really don't like that Toad stops my dark patches, so I don't know.
I mean, I have Sableye to confuse it.
Just play like all 4 of them
There
on
you
turn
go.
1.
Shit, next level.
You just play all 4 dark patches turn 1, and then
Yeah.
Get
No
that
big
turn
deal.
1 Night Spear.
As long as you play like computer
yeah,
series.
turn 1 Night Spear through Headringer.
I've
Just,
actually been attacking with Darkrai, and that's really cool. I love attacking with Darkrai, and you can kind of do it.
Darkrai's such a good attacker.
Yeah, it actually kind of is.
You just play Yveltal to deal with Keldias and then Darkrai for everything else, in my
Yep.
experience.
Yeah,
Especially for Night March.
Yeah, exactly. But then they run like Mr. Mime, so you have to deal with that.
Hex.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that.
that's so. I love when I do that.
So cheesy.
Like
and
knock out Joltik, 3 prizes with a Darkrai. So sweet.
so good.
All right. So I guess the next question, kind of weird, but is Archie Stories a luck-based deck that is more reliant on what you draw into or not?
it is 100% a luck-based deck if you have no
Yeah.
idea how to play it.
Yeah. Scrubs,
It's a
I
luck
see.
either way.
If you
I
know
see.
what you're doing, like obviously if you watch Jacob play, he knew basically exactly what to do in so many situations, and because of that, it looked like he ran hot, but he like made himself run hot. And if you're a bad player and you don't know what you're doing, you either run hot or you're just gonna die.
Yeah, I
Well-
see Scrubs. Just like they have a hand, and they'll have the map,
Yeah,
they'll have the Archies,
exactly.
and then they'll ultra ball away their execute, and then like not repropagate it and like dumb shit like that, or they won't like.
Yeah, there's
battle
so many
compressor
little
play.
things you can do, and little things
Yeah.
like acro biking and then trainers railing, or trainers railing then acro biking to give you this bigger chance of being able to hit the turn 1 Archies. That people will just be like, oh, cool, this card says do this, I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and if it works, they run hot and beat you.
And then they're
but-
gonna blame luck when it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But
It's-
they're not like thinking through the process correctly.
I mean,
It
obviously
is-
it's still luck based because you can just
Yeah.
still
You can.
whiff it, or you could just run hot and get it. But that's like similar to any deck. So
I mean, I'm not saying it's not skill intensive. I'm just saying it's luck based because you can just like flop all day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I feel like you have like a I don't know somewhere around like a 70-75% chance of getting it turn 1, and like if you just run hot all day, you'll just get all of it. But you can
You'll
just
win worlds.
flop all day and get screwed too. So like that's why I say luck based because like the heart of the deck is pretty luck based, whereas
it
like
is.
Toad
But the
or
only thing I don't care about is the fact that in most cases, you're gonna run. If you run hot, you're gonna win regionals. You have to run hot to win a big event. If you're running bad, it doesn't matter what deck you're playing, you're gonna lose. So
yeah, well, but I just think it's intensified more with that deck. Like
It
you
is.
can run a little bit, I don't know, colder or something with like a less
Yeah.
luck based deck,
yeah,
and it'll
you
be
definitely
okay.
can.
So
But
it also
It's
depends on your
It's mainly
goal.
because if you get the Blastoise, if you don't get the Blastoise out, there's absolutely nothing you can do to try and play around anything.
Exactly.
You just don't have a Blastoise, so you lose. And
That's
you
what I don't
Metal or
like.
something, you have another option. If you still are running cold, you can still kind of try and do something. But otherwise, yeah.
But it is super skill intensive. Like there's a huge difference between someone who's good with it and someone who's bad with it.
Right.
Like as opposed to something like Toad, where it's kind of like most people can play it about the
Which
same.
is why I didn't listen to Cantu. He told me to play. He told me to play it for Worlds, and I was like, "Look, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna mess it up so many times. I'll just be mad at myself all day if I play this deck.
Can't do
I'm gonna have like a
world.
computer search in my hand and still somehow not get an Archie's.
No,
I'm
if
not
you
about
start
that
computer
life.
search, you have like if you have computer search, you have a guarantee.
Yeah, you-
it's like-
pretty much have it.
And stupid stuff can like destroy you. Like if you get, I know no one's playing Getsus right now, but if you get turn 1 Getsus, you run like 3 supporters or something like that, you
Yeah.
just lose.
Or
I would
you
be
just
so
have one.
I would be
like,
so impressed.
Yeah, you just have one supporter left. It's your Archies and top deck a battle compressor, and then flick them off.
Like boom.
Boom.
Alright, so with Giratina winning the Regional Cup, will it scare away Vespiquen players?
I don't
It should.
Honest to God,
wait.
most of the people that are diehard Vespiquen players don't care what
Yeah.
wins. They're going to play Vespiquen.
If
Who's a diehard Vespiquen fan?
Like, look at Raul.
Raul,
Yes,
Raul.
Raul. He is going to play Vespiquen
Queen
because
bee, dude.
he's Raul.
He's actually told me he's not going to play it.
I don't
But-
believe that.
Anybody who wants to play Vespiquen will play it regardless. Like nobody's gonna play Vespiquen off of a Meta Call because honestly, just not the best decision. So like anybody who's gonna play it is gonna play it. Anybody who's not isn't gonna care about like Seismith or Giratina or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or just like anything running enhanced hammer.
They're not gonna care. They're playing Vespiquen.
Yep.
That's
It's
the
not-
best player mindset.
The Vespiquen player mindset is so sold on Vespiquen, they're also going to just tech only for the mirror because they assume everybody else is playing Vespiquen.
Yeah.
Like, they're not switching.
Okay, so I guess consistency or text in your deck when you're building it.
Consistency.
Oh,
X.
What?
I like techs because
It depends
like,
on the
I still
tech.
have the same philosophy. You have to run hot to win a big event.
if,
Like, when
if
I
you're
ran-
playing,
When I won regionals, I played a bunch of random techs and I ran hot, and so I won because I played random techs in my deck because I was able to do stuff with those when I needed to. And then if I was still consistent. I'm not going to like sacrifice an insane amount of consistency just for some techs. But throwing random stuff in that's going to help you here and there, I like a lot.
Exactly.
if you're gonna
That's
play
one.
Elite Challenge, you need consistency. If you're gonna play Regional, you need text to be able to beat the random decks you'll play because you're going through 15 rounds. You're gonna play something, and you're gonna need to run hot to do well at the tournament, anyways. But if
Right.
you're playing an Elite Challenge and you're just like playing Archie Stoys, you're gonna just want the consistency to go in. But like, it really just depends on like your mindset, your goals, and
Actually, that
Like-
is actually a
like-
big thing too, because I know there's
Yeah.
a big difference. It's like you want to make day two, then you just go straight consistency and just make day two. If you want to
You-
win the event, you switch it up a little bit.
yeah,
I just
That's like
agree so much.
Igor's mindset. Like Igor
I-
just plays random stuff sometimes, and it just goes in because nobody
If-
knows what he's doing, and like stuff like that. But then
You
also
look-
he knows when to just play a consistent deck, like when you saw him with Toad Bats this year.
If you look at decks that win worlds, they're always consistent. That's like
That's true.
that's what wins. Is good players with consistent lists because they can outplay people and just play a deck that's better than most other stuff. Like yeah, you can tech a couple things, but you shouldn't have more text than consistency. Like one
Well,
Mr.
like,
Mind.
you don't sacrifice like an insane amount of consistency for it or
Yeah.
anything. You don't just like play Yveltal with some Blastoise in it because you want to beat Dawn fans. Like,
Obviously, but
like
You already
play,
have Keldeo
it's
to
like
beat Dawn Fan.
yeah, it's like Waylord and Blastoise. That's literally like that's like a little tech to beat certain things, or even like Articuno, things like that. Like now it's kind of staple, but
Yeah.
or like your second Jirachi, your second Mewtwo, just little things like that that make a big difference throughout the big tournament like regionals.
Yeah, like four Keldeo would have been really good in Arceus, but you want to run the Articuno and the one Wailord and the one Mewtwo. So like,
Yeah.
stuff like
like one card techs are good, but don't put like evolution lines and things that don't need it. You
I
No.
played a 2/2 Leafeon and Landybag.
Then
how-
again,
I'm still trying to figure out how you fit that in.
I need
What
my
was your
2/2
record?
Garb. and
I
my
didn't play
2/2
Landy.
Phantoms.
What?
What was your record at Worlds?
I just made day two, and then I went shopping.
Touche. Oh. Wait, did you make day two by like did you get a day one buy or not?
No, I played day one. I played the same 60 cards day one, day two.
Fair enough. Me too.
Alright, so is Hex Maniac an underrated card for expanded?
I think it's a really good one of in like almost anything.
Yeah, me too.
It's not underrated. We haven't like seen an actual tournament with it yet, so we
Uh-huh.
don't really know.
I feel like people aren't underrating it. I feel like people know it's good and it is good.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely not a 4 of in anything, but it's a really
Yeah.
good one of like any deck. Because especially if you're like ahead in a situation, that's like, oh, the only way they're going to come back is if they can shame it into some craziness. It's just like X Maniac, kill you, go, and they just sit there. They can't do anything. It's like just really good against so many decks too, because even little things like shutting off Darkrai's ability to help you retreat or shutting off anything. There's so
Yeah.
many little abilities you can shut off. So it's just like to close out a game, you can just play a Hex Maniac attack and then they can't
It's-
respond. It makes it harder for them to respond at the very least.
It literally does something against every deck in the format, which is somewhat valuable to
Yeah.
in any. It can be valuable in any game, so it's a good card.
It's
Actually,
like
one of my favorite
godly
cards.
against Stoice. Like you just shut off everything they do.
Yeah.
A turn 1 Hex against Stoice. Oof.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
see.
but at the same time, if you're playing turn one hex, you probably aren't gonna really set up much either.
Yeah,
So,
that's.
I mean,
But if
also,
it's like
if-
Toad.
But a lot of
but
times
it's
if you're going
Toad,
first, you really don't care. You can just pass anyways.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, just like with Hex, I could like spam it with Sableye. Like I was playing against a Roma in one of these LCs, and I just did Junk Hunt versus Seeker for Hex, and
Yeah.
this
Dax
nonsense.
was playing Archie Stoice, I was playing Sableye.
I like
I was just
that.
like, I junk hunt for VS Seeker, Hexmere, Trick Shovel once. You're dead in like 30 turns. Let's go. And
That was a nightmare. To say
no
the least.
answer. But that also was like a 93-minute game, so I needed, didn't.
I bet you're gonna have to let go.
I really like it in Yveltal too, because like if you're usually what happens when it's Yveltal versus Stoice is you like trade back and forth, and then you just play Hex, and they don't have any other energy besides the one on their Keldeo. You knock it out, and then you like take the lead from there.
They can't respond, and that's so good.
Yeah, and then you can usually just like Lysander or a Jirachi Shaman.
One of those little things.
Yeah, it sounds like that they're guaranteed to bench at some point in the game.
So basically, it's a really good card.
All right. So, I guess why haven't we seen an established metagame for expanded yet? Well, I guess for the past year, not
Because there hasn't been a tournament.
Well, no, not for
Yeah.
this year, but I meant like why didn't we see one for last year? Really?
Well, last
Oh.
year sets kept coming out between our tournaments, and
Yeah,
And
nobody
because there was
tested it.
no expanded tournaments, it was all day 2 stuff. So it's like nobody's gonna people are gonna test for it, but nobody's gonna like go all out testing for expand and be like, okay, these are gonna be the best 5 decks. These are what you're gonna expect. And especially you can't do that because you're not testing for it, so you don't know what to expect. And the people that do know what to expect can't expect anything because nobody else knows what to play. Everyone's just like, your Battle Archeop sounds like good. Let's try it. Oh, that Ho thing sounds cool. Oh, I wanted to play this because I've loved Eels forever, and now I can play it again. I'm playing it, and then
Yeah,
it's
that was a
just-
lot of
it's just-
people.
it's just like a giant mess.
Nobody but Finnegan tested last year, so that helps.
Yeah, I metagamed expanded. I know you're just saying that you can't, but I definitely did. Like, I just looked at the last deck that did well and expanded. Like, remember Pyro did
Like,
well. So
yeah.
next event, I expected Pyro. And then you also look at what people played for day one, because, like, at least half the people
That too.
are
Almost
just going to play the same
You
thing
can
again.
definitely
And
metagame
it's
for
like-
expanded, but you can't like insanely predict it just because of a lot of people are just not going to switch decks, or they're going to do like throw dark patches back into their Yveltal deck and then call it a day. But
Yeah.
there's no like nobody else is going to really like test so hard for expanded to know something. Like they're not going to pretend like they know everything for expanded. They're just going to say Flareon. Most people
Get out.
they're just going to say
How-
oh,
where's
this
your
deck sounds
original-
good because we can
Yeah.
play Pokemon Communication again or something. Oh, cool! Excelgor's back. It must still be as broken as it was when it was in standard, so we must play that again. So.
Lysander ruined Excelgor, I think. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's definitely a little
Too
frustrating.
slow. Like,
I mean, just going into expanded and just like everyone just sits there. It's like they already have a fucking plan what they're gonna do against me. It's like, oh shit, fuck, I don't even know what the fuck you're playing.
But then it's also dumb because, like in St. Louis, I was playing Landy Bats and then I lose the medal in top 8 because he drops down a Bronzor that has like 70 HP. I'm like, what?
I was there.
Like,
That
I
was
was just like, what the hell do I do? I'm never gonna kill that.
And I was just getting dumpstered by Landy Vats right next to him. Me and
Also,
Brad were just
because
like
I didn't really
crying.
test, and I got hit by a Dialga, and I like tried to attack the next turn, and he's like, "You can't." I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean I can't attack?" and I was like, "Oh, well, shit." And that didn't end very well.
You probably just helped out a bunch of people. I bet like half the people watching this are like, "What? There's a Bronzor with 70 HP."
Yeah, there's a Bronzor
That's
with 70 HP.
It also
Wait,
has
hold
it also has 3 retreats, so you can heavy ball for like everything in metal.
Yeah.
Did you play against Connor?
Yeah, Connor destroyed me.
Yeah.
2 owed me in like 12 minutes.
Okay.
At least mine was a lot faster than that. I lost in top 8 in Arizona in less than 10. I lost to Pyro. I had no counter.
Yeah, we're not as good as Sam Shin that just beat Pyro with a 1/1 Drift Bloom.
Oh my god.
That was crazy. I did that at a regionals.
It wa-
Won first round at a regionals. I was playing straight Virgin with no evolutions, and I 2-0'd a Pyro.
It wasn't even
Virgin's-
crazy though, because Philip.
Virgin's one of the best decks too against Pyro, surprisingly, just because
Yeah.
of G-Boost. You have some sort of answer, but it's
and
still
Red
Pyro.
Signal.
Yeah, but it's still
crazy.
not good.
All right.
Just gotta go.
Especially Pyro Toad, which was the popular one in like
Yeah.
fall regionals or whatever. But yeah, moving on.
Okay. So the next question is supposedly just to Finnegan. What's your favorite Drake project / song?
The new album.
Right now,
legit.
project,
Yeah,
like project as in like CD.
I don't know.
Just-
I didn't
Just
ask
say
the question.
something. I feel like
Okay.
somebody just wants you to say something specific.
Honestly, I've listened to like everything Drake has ever made, and I like a bunch of his songs. But I just started listening to the new mixtape he released with Future, and I like
It's
Plastic
so
Bag.
good.
But that's like the only song I like off that album. I don't know. I like Charged Up a lot. That's probably my favorite song from him right now.
All right.
That's from Gavin.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Oh, and I didn't listen to his mixtape. Sorry, Gavin. I forgot to.
All right. So I hate this question, but we'll ask it. I know half of y'all don't even know what it does. How good is Volcarona and Pharos in this format?
Is that right?
It's as good as
All
Coach and
right.
Day says it is. Duh.
All I have to say is, like, for one states, I told Jose to play Volcarona. I told him it was so good. Because I was actually thinking about playing it. I don't even remember what it did. It was
It
like,
was like Solar
50
Re-Evolution
for
or something.
one or something. I don't know. But he would have made top 16 or 32 at that time. If you remember what Larvesta's little attack does. It was actually a really good deck. This was like when Landorus Terrakion, all that stuff was a deck. Mewtwo was big, CMT. Volcarona was legit. But now I don't know what to do.
What are you talking
Volcarona
about?
was legit.
That's like a completely different Volcarona.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That Volcarona was good. I don't know what this one does.
Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put 2 energies on it.
I think
Can
that's
you-
really strong. I
You
think
can't
that's
get a Mega, can you?
No, you can't get a Mega. You just get a basic.
So worthless.
I
Wait,
think
Volcarona's fire, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fire.
Why would you waste all that time attaching to Volcarona? You could just attach
Is
it
it
to
just one
Mega
There's
energy?
only one energy.
and play stuff to like Mega Turbo. Why wouldn't you just play like Mega Turbo and stuff?
I've already talked about this Max on my channel, but it's
I
whatever.
don't know.
Isn't it a joke anyway? Did anyone actually do well with that? I thought
Okay,
that was,
okay,
It's-
so just
it's a joke.
it is a joke.
I mean, you can play Volcarona Mega T-Tar. That way you can play 2 cards that I don't know what they do.
you would really take Brad by storm, honestly.
Just for everyone to know, it did not win a league challenge and hasn't done great. It's not
Yo,
a great of a deck.
Wait, it could have won a league
No,
challenge.
it did. No.
It's unconfirmed.
It's unconfirmed.
I can confirm it. How about
Insane.
that?
I don't know, man. There's been a lot of league challenges.
Yeah, there's been a lot of league challenges.
Just-
You
I
don't
just
know.
thought of
And if you go
pretty well.
juniors and seniors, I mean, let's be
Those,
honest.
those league challenges
It
are my
could have
state.
won a league challenge.
Again, I can confirm that that did not happen. How about that?
Max won a league challenge. It definitely could have won a league challenge.
Yeah, if I won a league challenge, it was like
If anything, I think Ampharos by itself could win a league challenge. I don't think Volcarona and Ampharos is needed. Like Max said, you have Mega Turbos and all this other garbage you can play besides the.
I came in third over here, and I run LCs around here.
You're lying.
I swear.
Volcarona or just regular one?
Oh, a regular one had like Raichu,
Okay, see, there we go.
Metrix,
Yeah, that's a good list.
Reshiram.
Yeah, there we go.
I beat it, but I mean, he came in third.
All right,
did that
Max.
deck actually like win a league challenge, or was that a joke? With the the other fairy, I don't remember what it's called. But you had like 4 fairies around the Whaler. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No, it did not win a league. Look, Finnegan, if they said they won.
Whimsicott Warlord. It got like
Is that
third.
real?
No, it didn't.
No. Okay,
Oh, yeah, the one that, like,
it's, no,
buffers
no, no, no,
20
no,
or
no,
I
no,
something.
no,
hate
no.
Perfect
That's
so
a real
much.
deck. That's a real deck. That's a real deck. That's a real deck.
No, it's
So
not.
literally,
Like, all
literally
these
all you-
posts, they don't have sleeves on their cards, and that's like immediately that they don't even
Literally-
try to pretend like it's real.
Maybe they
literally all
brought
you
some
have to
sleeves.
do to beat Whimsicott Warlord is just not attack it, and then like kill their Whimsicott if they ever bench that. So it's like somebody
But
got
it's-
third with it at a league challenge.
Yeah,
Okay. What is a whim? I'm not gonna go into this. Never
Yeah,
mind.
just more about it. Okay, the next question is for Max. Who's the queen?
Fucking Raul already is the queen. You already know.
There we go.
Let's
All right.
go.
What do you do against Blastoise if they get the turn 1 Blastoise?
You Mewtwo.
Me said a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Scoop.
Just look. Just Google.
Work.
Evil Ball.
Yeah. Evil Ball Hex. We just talked about.
It got
this.
him like 15 grand. I can't judge it.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to tell what me and Israel are thinking about playing for regionals.
Not dark. Not dark.
I think
Nah.
I don't know.
all
I don't know.
4
Three of us in here are wearing black shirts and black beanies, so we're all probably playing the same thing.
The only. Get it. Get
Daniel
out.
would have beat.
You don't have a beanie, man.
Put on a beanie, Finn.
We could have had this like a theme.
You want me to
Yeah.
hide this? You want
We're
me to
not-
We all I am each other, letting each other know, hey, make sure you're wearing your beanie today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright, I should have brought mine. I got a DC black beanie somewhere. I should have wore.
Alright.
I want a beanie.
Alright.
To the party.
We've already kind of talked about this a little bit, but any crazy decks that could pop up. I mean, we talk about the same like Garbodor, but do you think there's anything else? I mean, there's so many sets like we said before.
I'm still saying Stoutland.
spooky sects. Some like if somebody figured out Vileplume, that could take people by storm. Like
Yeah.
an old like revamped version of the Truth or something like that. If they
Right.
figured it out how to do it right.
Aroma,
like that.
maybe.
Yeah.
Aromatisse, yeah.
Eels
Ooh,
still
ooh,
exists.
Aromatisse Vileplume. That sounds tricky.
All right, Max. Let's try it.
You wanna test that Thursday?
Let's go.
People are forgetting that eels still exists. That deck actually could be good, but people forget it's there.
There's the metal. There's metal decks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are still pretty decent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metal, I feel like Metal's actually really good and expanded, but Eels, like, you have to pick what matchup you want to win. Like, they're essentially the same
Yeah.
deck. Metal gives you the advantage of things with DCE, and then if you have Raikou, you beat, like, Yveltal. I don't know. They each other. man.
Metal's better versus like specials, and Eels is better versus like RT toys or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Yveltal.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yveltal.
You
Yeah,
just,
that makes sense.
you just wide
it's all
lens a Raikou. There you go.
Yeah.
Yveltal usually beats Metal, so.
That explanation
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, what have you... So, would you cry if somebody wide lens a Raikou and smacked an Evital on the bench with it?
Then I fucking hex.
There you go.
Then what?
You don't even bench Yveltal, you just go straight Darkrai.
Yeah, just straight dark.
Yeah. It works, honestly.
I know. but
People should run as many, if not more, Darkrai than they do Yveltal.
or at least like a 2-2.
I
like-
wouldn't go that far. At least you have to at least play two. That's like you must play two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a 2-2 is definitely like this like best option in like that deck.
Wait, 2-2, 2 Darkrai and 2 Yveltal?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I think
pretty thin.
for preference for me, it's like two Darkrai, three Yveltal, and then
Yeah.
one Sableye. That has to be like the standard of.
We got the Sosa rundown here. Thank you.
Come on.
Right.
This is useful information. Write this down.
Alright. So we kind of talked about Vileplume just a second ago. Would you ever risk playing any Vileplume variant?
If I honestly was confident in what I built, then yeah, 100%. But I wouldn't be confident in building anything right now.
Yo, I've been thinking about this, like Vileplume and Mew, and you sort of like prisms, rainbows, DCEs, blend energy,
Thank God.
and then you just like attack with your opponent's foe. It's
There's a
genius.
reason you've only been thinking about this, man.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm only thinking about this idea though.
I wrote like
Oh,
2,000 words on Vileplume on Pro Pokemon, so yeah.
Sorry.
I think it's
Yeah.
extremely good. It's just with
I-
what?
yeah, I think it's really good too. I wrote like there's a bunch of different ways you can run it. It's really strong with Giratina because Giratina's main weakness is Enhanced Hammer, and you stop that. So
Yeah, but people play like people play 0-6 first of all, but also Shaman is really like that's the reason you can't lock it down is because Shaman.
No, but once you get like so many item cards in your hand,
But
you
once,
can't use
yeah,
Shaman.
yeah.
Getsus is amazing with it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Really,
That's-
all like Getsus with item lock decks. I was never a fan of like Getsus and Gothlock or stuff like that.
It's good like turn one, so they like never get items. I don't know. Never mind.
That's
But
the main
should-
reason for
I
it.
Shouldn't you
definitely liked
get-
it when I was playing
Should you
Toad
get
Dusknoir.
like turn one?
You can get to turn one to slow them down because you're gonna be slow. You don't want to do anything the first couple turns anyways, but set up. So if you can slow them down to your speed and then make them play your game, you're gonna win it 100% of the time.
So if you ran a Vileplume deck, would you run teammates?
Probably.
It'd be nice to have a one.
Nah, because you don't run Verse. Well, you might run Verseeker, but I feel like Teammates is kind of weak without Verseeker.
Actually,
There's a lot of questions to be answered on Vileplume. I don't expect to see it honestly.
Not week one, maybe week three
Oh,
or something,
Yeah, exactly. Somebody will figure it out, but I don't
or
think
like
it's right
next set. Something it'll be figured out at some point, maybe if there's
Yeah.
something to figure out.
now. Yeah,
But week one, probably
I'm
not.
sure the card has huge potential. It'll
Yeah.
be good, one point or another.
Also,
You can-
Hex kind of messed it up too.
You can play it with Wobbuffet too, so that you can play items during your turn and then retreat the Wobbuffet, and then they
Yeah.
can't on the turn.
That's
So,
That's
a-
nasty.
all of
It
it
is.
non fan.
Or you just hex mirror at the start of your turn.
Okay.
that's
Wait, no.
Yeah, man. Then you get to use items.
there you
Shut
go.
up, Brad.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Then you just don't let them know. You don't remind them that you played it.
Yeah. You just like pretend. You don't remind them they can play trainers. That's
Yeah.
good
Exactly.
strategy,
Bait
Brad.
them.
If they start, if they like, you just keep staring at your Vileplume, make them like, oh yeah, Vileplume's there, I can't do anything. You don't let them know that you played your hex, whatever.
Just like keep pointing to it for no reason.
They're just like, oh wow,
Just leave your finger right there.
This shuts off trainers, right? Yeah, okay. It still shuts off trainers, yeah. I just wanted to verify.
Oh, and
my
when
own
you
part.
hex Maniac, just put it in the middle of your discard. Just say it, just say it, and then put it in the middle of your discard. Just like
That was like 3 turns ago. Your item log.
you're still on the wall.
That'd be so dirty to do against. You call a judge. Oh man.
No, but honestly, it's better just to AZ evolve.
I mean, I will admit, there's been times where somebody's whipped the Quaking Punch, and I still just assume I can't use items. So,
That's because you're bad.
I seen it.
like, there's like a Seismitoad active with no energy. I'm like, well, shit. Items.
You got me.
Alright, so would anybody say that Vrisian Genesect is unplayable now?
Honestly, it's been unplayable for so many sets now, and it still shows up.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
I think Long Blee would have something to say to you if you
He's
called up.
definitely, he's 100% playing it for Houston. He's
No,
probably gonna
Long's
file
not
from it.
there. Long's
He's in
elsewhere.
China.
He's
Yeah.
in China?
Yeah, he's in
China.
I was-
Then whatever, he's playing it there. He's like, he'll show up to a Magic tournament and still play for it.
Yeah. He'll
I think
play
some
like
people underestimate the value of like red signal. I know a lot of like there's a lot of people that are just like version is horrible and like don't get how it does well, but like
It's not horrible. It just loses to certain decks, but it destroys other decks.
It
It's
like-
like,
yeah, but it has so much room that you can like tech
it
for
does.
so many
It has
things.
so much room.
I would. I don't know. I can disagree with that. Like, there's no way you're gonna beat Night March, and there's no way you're gonna beat
Yeah,
Flareon.
there's no way you're going to beat Night March, but you're going to destroy every Toad you come across. You're going to destroy so many decks that you might just not show up. You just might not play against Night
But
March.
the thing is, like, even
Oh,
nowadays, the difference between like last year and this year is like all the Toad players are playing like 4 Crushing Hammers, Headringers, Team Flagrons. It's
Yeah.
even harder now for the VG players.
It's easier and expanded because you have Skyo. If you have
Yes,
Skyo,
Skyrim. You have a lot of other tools to work with, too.
even if
And
like,
I'm still a big fan of the whole Mew
stuff
thing, too. Mew Dimensional
Dude,
Galaxy.
no, that's so bad right now. I
mean,
think Spooky. If you want to play, if you really want to play Raising Genesect because it's your favorite deck, I think the best way is just like make a good, consistent Spooky sec that has like some good techs for what you want to beat throughout
I mean,
the
that
Night
was-
March matchup. Just scoop to that. And
I
then-
played Mew. I still think Mew Dimensional Validity is so good. I played that at States, and I lost to Flareon in top 8, beat everything else, and then barely lost to Flareon in top 8.
Oh
like-
my god, dude! Isaiah.
Like, I had
Stella.
I had
so
this
bad.
Sycamore with like 10 cards left in my deck and just hit one Muscle Band, and I win game 3. Like, I dominated him game 1 because I'm just like turn 1 Quaking Punch with Mew,
So
and then game 3 I just need a Muscle Band to win. I whiff it, and then he wins.
that's it. That's it. Broken
That was,
heart.
and that otherwise I just destroy everything else. That deck was so good, but it also just loses to like Night March and random stuff.
you can't
Probably-
you can't
probably
really tech for Night March.
You
Like
can't.
you're never gonna really tech to beat Night March. You're pretty much always gonna
Alright.
lose that. There's
So-
a lot of things to tech for.
The thing on Night March is there was a VG player that beat Night March. Grant Manley beat it in South Carolina states.
You
But
can you
But
can
he
beat
played like a 4-4-3 Crobat line.
All right, we know you now know what you need to do.
So
and from the beginning of Crobat, I said it makes literally every deck better if you throw a Crobat in it.
Thanks, Squeaky.
There's not
Yeah,
a deck that
he did
cannot
say
play a
that.
Crobat.
yeah, I mean,
Except-
if I was gonna play VG, I would definitely play the Plasma Badge version, like that, a lot more than the U version. So
Yeah,
hell
with
no.
Skyro, yeah, I think it's better. And with all the
And
trainers,
shamans and
yeah.
yeah, I think the Plasma Badge version is like a lot better. That's
Hey,
a weird topic.
Ho-Oh does like the same thing. Like you can run Plasma Badge, but then you have to waste Plasma Energy. If you just run Ho-Oh, you can like rebirth and energy switch and do it that way.
Yeah,
I
but then
guess
you're
you
wasting
want to
energy
flip a
switches.
coin.
Also,
Yeah, like if you battle compress, I don't know. I feel like if you can get two Ho-Oh,
if you can play 2 Battle Compressor, you like put down 2 Ho-Oh and like 4 energy, and you're
And
good.
get
You
two
can
tails.
you can
Yeah,
just-
Yeah, that's why
And
I
you
never
get 2
played Skyrim.
tails, and you cry.
I could talk about VG all day. I play.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the risk than like use my Plasma Energy though, because Plasma Energy are like half the reason why that deck is good.
I mean, you can still play Shadow Triad and stuff to get
Yeah.
them back.
Well, yeah, if you, like use a supporter. I don't know.
But is
Sorry,
Brazian
it's like a
Genesect unplayable?
Unplayable, no.
No.
A
Not
good
unplayable.
play, no.
Am I gonna play for regionals? No. Alright.
All right. See.
Alright.
No, you're not. Finn. Don't lie to me.
It's on my top 3.
That's some of your top 3, Sosa?
Next to two dark.
First one's Yvettle, second one's Starcraft, third one's
Yeah.
I believe it.
Alright, so the next question's for Finnegan. Why is your hair always on point?
Because I'm blessed with like Swedish genes that make perfect hair.
Is he Leffen?
Yeah, he looks like Leffen.
Is he Leffen though?
What?
Moving
There's
on.
something over my head. I don't know what you're.
Swedish genes.
Swedish jeans.
Okay. I guess the next real question here is, does Donphan or Fighting Bats have a shot in Expanded?
Fighting
Any-
Bats definitely
any-
does.
Donphan is just clunky mess right now.
Mm-hmm. But I
Yeah,
still think Lady
Donphan-
Bats is decent.
Yeah.
Donphan is pretty poor right now, just because like at every reason possible. Like everything that's good beats Donphan besides Night March.
And
I
even
think-
then, that's not like an auto loss for Night March by any means.
Yes, it is.
It's an
Yeah.
all.
Definitely is. If they're playing a good Donphan list, you will beat Night March, even if they run 4 Lysander.
Yeah, I mean, you play all the focus sashes, so.
Yeah, it's like
Oh yeah, that's a card.
Then they dropped that Tool Scrapper.
That's Tool Scrapper though.
That one Saratzik.
I mean, you gotta play Tool Scrapper because Mega Tyranitar can have 2 tools.
Brad, why are you texting my mom?
Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Moving on. Landy Bats does have a. Yeah.
Really? You guys think Landy Bats can work?
If,
Yeah.
I think it's similar to Virgin. It beats
Landy
a lot
Bats
of
just
things. and
goes
it
in.
dies
It's
to a lot of
yeah.
things.
I think also
Just-
this hex kind of messes up.
Because
That's it.
everybody's like anti-Toad right now because anti-Toad Giratina, and that's the only deck that Landy Bats loses to. So if everybody's beating Toad Giratina, then Landy Bats is beating everything that's beating Toad Giratina, which is like that's a stretch because there's gonna be noobs that don't follow the meta game. But
And
if,
Toad
if you-
Giratina, people are
if-
just gonna
if-
play.
I
you
think that's
make
too much
it-
of a stretch. I think that's because, like, okay, if people are going to counter Toad Giratina, like you say, like, you have to skip all the Toad Giratina in the early rounds to get to that part. And that's only if it goes like you say, like, what if
But, like,
people tech for
but,
Toad
like,
Giratina?
a diehard Landy Bats player, like Brad.
But, and then even then, like, Stoice beats Landy Bats too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stoice is really bad.
Absolutely.
I feel like Toad Giratina and Stoice are going to be, like, the 2 biggest decks, and they both beat
They're
it.
gonna be but that's the thing too. It's like you can still play Landy Bats, you just have to avoid that and beat everything else, which is possible. If Landy Bats won a regional, it wouldn't be the most surprising thing to me.
It would be for me. I'd be pretty darn surprised.
Yeah, Landy Bats beats Donphan in the finals. Let's go. 2 T-Tars in top 4. One with Volcarona.
Whoa! Maybe a Mega Empress Volcarona. I think you could handle that pretty well. That's the type of deck right now.
God, what am I listening to?
I mean, the thing with Fighting Bats, it's worse Sidestone matchup with Sidestone Bats. I think it could, like, single-handedly
And it-
beat
yeah.
Toad.
That's
It
true
can
too.
still
Like,
beat Seismitoad.
Yeah,
Just like
so-
throw in some Haluchas, throw 4 Haluchas at the deck.
And
yeah, you
it
just
can
play 4 Halucha.
It
Or
can
you
still
can
be
play
Archie
the
Stories.
T-Tar.
Like, I don't know why you say it's a bad matchup. I mean, if you just have Halalucha with Focus Sashes, you can 2-shot the Keldios.
But
You
it
just
just
play the Leafeon.
I mean,
if they true true Brad.
I didn't go that crazy. I don't know, just me getting the focus sash into turn 1 while the Keldeo is kind of like smacking me for 170, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I better get that thing like in the first couple of cards.
And if you start Landorus, you like pretty much lose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you start
yeah,
later.
yeah,
You
you
start Landorus, you play a Shaman, and then they can just like
It doesn't even matter
And
if
then
you
you
start
draw anything from that
start
Shimmy, you have to
with
drop the
EX.
Jirachi.
yeah, exactly.
Just start with like any EX. It doesn't matter if it's Landorus or Lucario.
Yeah,
Either
you
way-
kind of just have to bench like 4 Haluchas and some Bats and hope you don't bench anything else.
And pray.
Alright.
But
Which
then
is
even
possible.
then, it's like you. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say something dumb. Never mind.
Oh, and they I think a lot of the Blastoise Keldeos are gonna run, or Archistoises, if you want to call it that, are gonna run Tool Scrapper too.
I think they just kind of accept.
Like, okay, Focus Sash. I'll just
Yep.
not worry about that.
Yeah.
And you kind of
It's card.
like they just need a superior energy retrieval to kill you. Even if you kill them, you still need like way more than that to even just 2-shot them.
All 4 bats, 4 super scoop up heads, like
Articuno exists too. Like
Articuno
last
exists too.
Articuno.
Yeah, true. Articuno does miss everything.
One Articuno Tool Scrapper play just ends the game.
Yeah. Alright, so how do you prepare for a tournament, Brad?
I'm doing it. I sit in bed, play Hearthstone. Right now I'm watching House. Go to work, and then wait for Jose to tell me what to play.
What's your favorite season of House?
I love season 8.
All right.
I haven't got that far.
The next question's for Brad once again. How does one grow chops as legendary
Oh,
as
yo.
yours?
Man, I've been blessed with a beard since like the day I was born. I came out of my mom having a beard. I've just been blessed.
Well, don't worry. The next question's also for Brad. It's the last one. How do you pronounce your name?
Which one? Brad? It's Brad.
I said to Bradley Curcio. How do you pronounce your name?
Bradley Curcio. It's Italian.
Curcio.
There we go. All right, guys. Well, I don't have any more questions. Do you have any closing thoughts or anything for regionals?
Just
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
You ready for my mattress story?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Expanded is a crapshoot. Just play what you like, anyways. You'll do fine.
play something consistent, and if you can beat Nightmarge, Toguratina, and Archiestoice, you're gonna do well. But it's hard to do that. It's really
Yeah,
hard to do that.
it's extremely hard to beat all 3.
All right, guys. Well, thank
Unless
you
you're
so much.
playing Dawn Fan.
Oh. Wait,
Oh.
Jonathan does not beat all those. What are you talking about?
Stop, Brad.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this, guys. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the video. It's 57 minutes long right now, so hopefully it wasn't too long. But thanks for watching. Does anybody write stuff? Like, have any shout-outs you want to give?
Brad, do right.
60cards.net.
Yeah.
Read it.
There you go. Okay. All right.
Check my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'll link your YouTube channel. I got you. So, say anything?
Check out MTG Deals, my
There-
sponsor.
There we go. I got you. All right, Max.
Miss
Support
Lisa.
Brad. Support my mom. Donate to the GoFundMe I'm gonna make so people
So
have
he
ways
can have
to-
a new background for the next theme of Worlds as soon as
Yeah.
I
because this one works perfectly.
Hey, when you guys are
took
done with that,
over.
can you mail that to me? I really want that fucking, like,
I know, the thing's so cool.
that's shit's so legit, man.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Hope you learned something new. Take care. All righty. Bye.